Is an introduction to the heart of the Swan Priestess. She lives within all of us, yet has been forgotten, overlooked, misunderstood for eons of time. And this connection to this infinite source of love that we are, that we have residing within the very center of our being, is always available to us whenever we choose to melt into the frequency of the heart. This way of being is central and core to the Swan Priestess, and although she incorporates the wholeness of the integration of 7 archetypes, this sensual and heart opening and awakening, the connecting of the heart and the body through embodiment and awareness and simply allowance, is the absolute core and heart of her preciously enchanting and healing way of being. This connects her to her feminine radiance and to all of life. And all the love, protection, connection, wisdom, and empowerment that we have within our very own beings. This way allows you to connect to an infinite source, connecting you to the creator of all that is within your very being. It is a path of deep self-love and a practice. It is not about making yourself better than another, nor is it about being less than others, but rather with complete humility, wholeness, love, compassion, and peace within, you can connect and create wholeness within your very being, so that you no longer have to go searching for all your needs and desires to be loved and the need to be loved without looking for it in others and in the world, through making others happy or pleasing others, but instead it is found within. And therefore, when we really allow ourselves to fulfill ourselves from this place within, we are not arrogant, as one would think when one practices self-love, but rather being full of love, allowing ourselves to allow this free flow and embodiment of that love that we naturally are, allows us to take in the fullness of life, to be ever present in every moment, making the most simplest of things profoundly pleasurable, and allowing ourselves to see the sacredness in all of life around us. So this way of being that is unique to the Swan Priestess is that it's not just an awakening of the heart, but it is an awakening of the body and the allowance of the expression of love and the connection to life through the body and through the heart. And this way of being can allow us to be in a real flow with our world, to be in a flow with life, to be in a flow in relationships and within our own psyche, as we no longer try to control or feel that our happiness and our joy for life and our life fulfillment is dependent upon outside circumstances, but simply allowing things to be as they are. And instead, we can really allow for a surrendered trust to life, knowing that we are connected fully to the power that is greater than us. We are in this world, connected always as one, through this eternal spark of love that resides deep within the center of our being. The Swan Priestess also recognizes that she is an expression of the goddess herself in her own form, knowing that we are all created from the stars, created through this love that is greater than us, and knowing that there is nothing that is inherently wrong with us, but rather that we need to be exactly as we are, and our feminine way of being fully connected to and integrated with all parts of ourselves, especially our body and our hearts and our emotions and our way of inclusion, is a way to really be able to find inner peace, joy, love, connection, and bliss in our everyday lives. So the following recording is going to be a meditation which I am inviting you to connect your loving, open heart with your sensually awakened body, to really allow yourself to connect this awareness of everything that is around you through your body. This is very strong in connecting ourselves to our feminine intuition, to our deep knowing and inner knowingness, and also to connect us to that inner voice of love within. One of the most powerful ways to be able to integrate the meditation that I'm going to be sharing with you of embodied love is by treating yourself with such loving compassion. And that's treating your body with loving compassion, and that's also treating your heart with loving compassion. The more you do that, the more able you will be to navigate with love, peace, and comfort the really difficult emotions and situations, where you can really be able to enjoy life in the most simplest of ways, in our everyday moments, and really be able to joyfully take in the present moment with all of its gifts. Being ever so gentle with yourself in the way that you speak to yourself, but also in the way that we treat our bodies, is the practice of the Swan Priestess. It is truly phenomenal how healing this practice is in your life, and to move you beyond difficulties and painful experiences or old belief systems that has weighed you down for years. This kindness that we use to speak to ourselves throughout our day is part of the healing waters that we connect to, that heals us as it washes over us when we are connected to this sacred heart space within. And this allowing for ourselves to just simply be who we are, knowing that we are simply enough just as we are, can pave the way for profound inner peace. So I invite you to allow yourself to be gentle with your body and tune in to see what is it that you are needing in your body to make yourself feel better or safer in this very moment, to help us melt into the present moment. The Swan Priestess within you is here to be your very best friend. Your spirit of connection to your deepest heart. And she will be there for you no matter what is happening in the world around you, so that you may stay as centered as you can to the callings of your heart, to the wisdom of your heart, to the wisdom that we hear within moments of stillness. Yet we are able to receive when we feel safe, so that no matter what is happening, and even if the world were crucifying you, that within your own heart and your own self, you are able to feel that unconditional love that you are made from. And this allows you to really connect to much deeper wisdom, so that you may be absolutely true and authentic to your heart, which paradoxically creates such harmony within our relationships and within our own selves. So, on a very practical way and path, which we will be going into much more detail in the full course and path of the Swan Priestess, but also in the archetypes of the Divine Mother, the Divine Virgin, and the Queen, the Ladies of the Lake and Sirens, that really understand the honoring of the body and desires and heart yearning as one with our divinity, and with this yearning to create and to become in every moment of our lives. So for now, I'm going to give you 2 practical steps to really guide you in this foundation. One is of the heart and the other is of the body. And of course, they are interconnected and support one another and are essentially one. But their expressions are much better understood when we can classify them. So with the heart, there is that emotional component, and our emotions are our guidance system for our human needs. So for every human need, for every moment in our life, we're either expressing a met need or an unmet need. When we have a met need, we're experiencing peace and happiness, joy, pleasure, contentment. When we are experiencing a negative emotion, it's pointing to a need that needs to be met. So perhaps we feel fearful or angry or sad, irritable, hungry, tired. And as you can see, these are all leading towards a human need. So really allowing ourselves to honor and listen to our emotions, and then compassionately answering to them with that connection to that voice of love that resides in the center of our being, and either meeting that need or just saying simply to yourself, if you don't know what that need is, it's okay. It's okay that you feel that way. I understand. And just really allowing yourself to be a container of that love without having to fix or control or judge, but simply allowing that feeling to be felt because it has a message for you. So practicing self-compassion by saying, I understand, I hear you, I feel you. Really allowing yourself to feel that and to see it is hugely healing. So just practicing that for the next 21 days, simply allowing yourself to compassionately answer every single emotion that you have throughout your day with, I understand, I hear you, I see you. And lovingly taking the time to embrace yourself, if you have that time, with loving touch and loving words, is profoundly transformational. So that is the first aspect of connecting to our hearts. For embodying the love that we are and allowing this love to heal our life and to fill us with this wellspring of love that we have within us. And as well in the heart realm, what we can do is take 3 deep breaths and allow yourself to get centered into a space where you feel an element of calmness in the frequency of the heart. And then from that space, you can allow yourself to ask the wisdom of your heart if it has anything to share with you. And this is a beautiful, important practice you can use throughout your life to connect with your sacred heart. The following meditation will really help you to make that connection, to grow that awareness, of when you are in your heart space and you experience love and that profound wisdom of love that keeps you open and connected and expansive. And when you are in the space of the mind and you're feeling fearful and judging, analytical and trying to control, those are the two gems of wisdom from our heart that can change our lives profoundly when we practice this as much as we can. And remember, it is always about being gentle with ourselves. So if we get off track because it's a new way of being, that is absolutely okay. And just lovingly let yourself shift back to that place of love, which is a wonderful way to get back to the frequency of the heart. And now the second way for you to get really into the embodiment of this love of your heart is to allow for the sensual awakening of the allowing of all of your senses of your body, which we will do in the meditation that follows this recording. This is really about lovingly taking care of your body's needs with love and finding what feels good to me, what would feel better. Even if it feels that you're just not comfortable with how you're sitting and you want to get a pillow or you want to get some more comfortable clothes on. And although that seems so simple, the more you practice that and the more you honor your body as the container of your soul and the container of the expression of your heart, you really start to see and understand your body in a very different light. And you really start to see yourself as the expression of the goddess herself in your own individual form. So the other aspect of the sensual awakening is to really allow yourself to take in the beauty, deliciousness, pleasure all around you in your awareness, and letting that good feeling that comes expand throughout your body. And that is so profound in getting you immediately into the frequency of the heart. And that sensual embodiment is such the heart of the Swan Priestess, because it is powerfully magnetic energy of the feminine, part of this feminine magnetic energy. But it is also the healing component that draws in more pleasure and love into her life. As many of you know already, the laws of attraction, the more pleasure we feel, that we allow ourselves to feel, we draw in more love and pleasure, and we resonate with the frequency of love. So as we go on through the course in the Swan Priestess, we learn why and how we have unfortunately lost this understanding that pleasure is sacred, and how we have disconnected our bodies and hearts, and how to realign with this so that we connect to that feminine power of trust, receiving, and how this alchemizes together to create this paradoxical nature where you actually let go and receiving then what you truly desire or something better. I invite you to begin this journey by doing the following meditation, and to prepare for that, to really create a wonderful, loving, sensual nest for yourself. And this will be your very first step, so take your time, because sensuality is about slowing down and take things in, and like honey and molasses, just feeling this present moment and pulling it out through your body and letting it expand throughout your heart and your body. So it's really about slowing down, enjoying, and having the awareness of the textures, the feelings on your skin, the colors. So take your time to feel pillows that are soft, that would feel good to you, and wear clothing that you feel beautiful and comfortable in, and make a nest that makes you feel really safe, where you're not interrupted, and that feels really warm and good to you. If you feel like having candles or aromatherapy or anything that makes your heart sing and you think that would feel so good, go along with that compassion, gentleness, and love, with treating yourself with such amazing care, honoring this temple that you have. And of course, please choose as well something to drink, even if it's just water, if that's what feels good to you. But if you want some delicious, tasty treats, or whatever it is that you think and feel a yes, you can spend lots of time creating this nest if you have time. Really creating a beautiful altar of flowers and flower petals. And you can spend as much time as you want that you have that feels good to you. But even if you simply allow yourself to feel safe, comfortable, and good, even if it is the most simplest of nests that you've created for yourself, that is just perfect. Each woman, each expression of your desire is completely sacred and right in that moment. And this variation of every moment that feels good to your heart or expression is precious. And I invite you now to create this space for you and allow yourself 30 minutes to be uninterrupted for the meditation. And I look so forward to welcoming you into this precious, blessed space of your awakened heart and body of the Swan Priestess. Goodbye for now.